Alright, hey guys, welcome to the video. If you're new here, my name is Curtis, and today we will be continuing our series of making the cut, and the note that we'll be featuring today is leather. So I've gone through my collection, I've chosen all the fragrances that have a dominant note of leather. Some of these may not contain the word leather in the name, and some might, but they all definitely feature the note of leather in some way. So I'll be going through these, giving you my thoughts and seeing whether, they will be staying in my collection or they will be leaving. So if you're curious to hear my thoughts and opinions on these fragrances, then let's go. First up from the house of Maison Crivelli, we have Oud Stallion. Yeah, so I know you probably look at this name and you're like, hey Curtis, that's an oud fragrance, that's not a leather fragrance. For me, I really don't get much oud in this fragrance. It's all about the way that, you perceive fragrances and the way that they come off. And this one comes off more of like a saffron-y, leathery style of fragrance to me personally. Your impression of this might be different, but for me, that's the way it kind of comes off and wears. Now, the problem with this fragrance for me is, though I do enjoy the smell of it, it is just way too potent. Like, I just cannot wear this. I think, as you guys know, I live here in Japan. Beast mode, like very, very strong fragrances don't really have a place here. Now, even if I make adjustments and I spray this one like under my collar, this is still kicking out so hard to the point to where it's offensive to the people around me. And yeah, I care about that. I mean, that is something that I want to respect the culture. I want to respect the people around me. And so for me, and the way I like to wear fragrances, that's something that's really important for me. Also, just kind of where I am in my fragrance journey and, my age. And, I'm not a big fan of fragrances that announce your presence before you get there. And this is one of those fragrances. And then this also lingers for so long that, I can spray this in my room, come back the next day, and I'll still smell it. I could probably even come back 2 days later and I would smell it. This one just sticks around for way too long. And on top of that, not only in its projection and sillage, but its longevity, this one will stay on my skin for 48 hours. 48 hours. Now at 48 hours, it's not projecting, but I can still smell it at that point. That is just, who needs a fragrance that sticks for that long? I personally don't. If you do, good on you, man. More power to you. But for me, I don't. So for that reason, Oud Stallion by Maison Crivelli will be leaving my collection. All right, next up, going to the house of YSL, we have Cuir. Man, so big shout out to my buddy Josh. He's the one that turned me on to this fragrance. This is a beautiful, gorgeous take on leather. You have some, almost like some ozonic-like qualities from here, because you have some violet leaf, and it's a violet leaf that's bringing a freshness to this kind of darker leather. So it's a nice contrast between the light and dark here. So I would say in general, it's a fresher take on leather, but it still has a lot of depth and character. This is such an easy wear for me. And in fact, I think I actually might wear this today. It might be my scent of the day today. But man, what a stunning and versatile leather scent. This is an extremely versatile leather scent. You can wear this one casually or dressed up. And in terms of its seasonality, for me, mainly, this is kind of a fall, winter, spring scent. I think it works well in those 3 seasons. Summer is probably a bit difficult for me to pull off here in Japan just because it's so humid. Even though this does have some kind of fresh-like characteristics, that leather I feel like would just be a bit too much. But man, this is a gorgeous one. Underrated. I feel like you don't hear a whole lot of people talking about this one. But yeah, it's a stunner and definitely one to check out. This one is 100% staying in my collection. All right, next up, going to the house of Matiere, we have Falcon Leather. Yeah, Falcon Leather. Overall, I really enjoyed the smell of this, but this is definitely kind of like that leather, birch, tarry kind of combination here. You do have some ambery notes in here as well to give it a bit of sweetness, but I would say that birch tar almost has a slightly smoky-like characteristic too. That is quite dominant in this fragrance. But when I'm looking at my fragrance collection and, redundancy, and just looking at leather fragrances that I would reach for, I would reach for other fragrances before I reach for this one. This is definitely not a bad fragrance by any means. If I didn't have some of these other leather fragrances in my collection, I would probably keep this one. But for those reasons, yeah, Falcon Leather by Matiere will be leaving my collection. Next up, going to the house of J Scent, we have Black Leather. Yeah, so J Scent is one of those Japanese brands that if you buy this brand in Japan, you can get this for a steal. I mean, I think this is like 35 bucks for a 50 ml. And J Scent has some real lovely quality fragrances, especially given the price. Black Leather is one that I actually love. However, again, this is another prime example of me having too many leather fragrances in my collection and just kind of only reaching for certain ones. So while I do enjoy this fragrance, I just don't reach for it. And this is more of kind of for me, this kind of comes off as like not necessarily a black leather, even though the name says black. This almost comes off as like a green leather because this has some green like facets to it, and it's not coming off as like a real kind of black like biker jacket leather. This is almost coming off as like a synthetic type of leather, or like not synthetic but like fake, I guess synthetic, but like fake type of leather smell. However, it does smell really good. So yeah, this is actually a great scent. It's just that I don't reach for it, and given the price, it's actually a steal. But I'll say this, if you buy J Scent in the United States from like Lucky Scent, you're paying $100 for this. If you come to Japan and you buy it in Japan, because you can get this for like 35 bucks. So the price difference is like night and day. So that's a tip. Anybody who's coming to Japan who wants to experience J Scent, buy it here in Japan because you can get it for a steal. But actually this is a great one, so I highly recommend it still. It's just that I don't reach for it. I have other fragrances that I'll reach for before I reach for this one, and I need to free up some space. So yeah, Black Leather by J Scent will be leaving my collection. Next up, going to the house of Diptyque, we have Eau Rihla. Yeah, so this is a leather fragrance that I could easily signature scent. That's how much I love this one. This is like a raspberry kind of fruity, leathery take. Man, and this is quite a dark leather, but oh man, it is such a gorgeous wear. And what I love about this one is, if you notice here, this is Diptyque's kind of gold label. And so I guess this kind of series of fragrances was had some kind of Middle Eastern type of influences. Maybe they tried to push this line in the Middle East a bit. I'm not sure 100%, but that's what I've heard. But what I like about this is it does have some potency to it. However, it still has that Diptyque kind of DNA kind of vibe, and it wears like a Diptyque fragrance. So that's what I like. There's still that elegance and beauty that this one has, and that's what I really love about the Diptyque kind of line. But man, this is a stunning one. Like I said, that kind of leather raspberry. You also have some kind of vanilla in here to kind of soften that leather a little bit. Man, it is gorgeous. If you haven't checked this one out, you definitely should. Man, stunner. Easily signature scent worthy for myself personally. But man, yeah, this is a great one. Definitely check this one out if you haven't. So yeah, Eau Rihla by Diptyque is 100% staying in my collection. And finally, going to the house of Histoires de Parfums, we have 1740 Marquis de Sade. Yeah, so this is one that I recently acquired off a trade. It's just a little 15 ml bottle. So I just want to say off the bat, I have worn this one twice, and I do enjoy the smell of it now. This one definitely comes off quite leathery, even a bit oily in a way. You have some boozy-like facets to this. You have some earthy kind of patchouli in here. And then you also have some kind of sweeter, kind of ambery notes that are subtle, that are floating around in the background. I'll say this, I'm intrigued. I need to spend more time with this. So for that reason, at this time, this one will also be staying in my collection. I just need to spend more time with this. But the wearing experience that I've had with this one so far has been absolutely lovely. Man, stunner, this one. I think this is a brand that I really need to dive into a bit more. I don't have a whole lot of experience with this brand. And actually 1740, this is a more of a difficult fragrance to buy here in Japan. But man, this line they do have here, but 1740 is kind of hard to come by. So luckily I was able to get this one off a trade. But man, stunning stuff so far, but I need to wear this one a bit more so that way I can really kind of dive in a bit deeper to really see if this is one that's worth staying. But for me so far, this is a stunner, and I'm excited to spend more time with it. So for right now, 1740 by Histoires de Parfums will be staying in my collection. All right, guys, so yeah, just to recap, so I have 3 fragrances that are staying, 3 fragrances that are leaving. So the 3 fragrances that are leaving my collection are Black Leather by Scent, Falcon Leather by Matiere, and Oud Stallion by Maison Crivelli. And the 3 fragrances that are staying are 1740 by Histoires de Parfums, Eau Rihla by Diptyque, and Cuir by YSL. Alright guys, so that's all I have for you for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's content, and let me know down in the comment section what are some of your favorite leather fragrances. Well, I hope you guys are staying healthy and well, and I'll see you in the next video.